Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome to another Dig It video. So as you guys know, a couple of days ago I brought you guys a video talking a little bit about this game and pretty much just how similar and how much it reminded me of Mining Simulator, while at the same time I did go ahead and kind of criticize a little bit about how the pets looked and stuff like that, which just a couple of minutes ago they have gone ahead and released a brand new update. On the screen right now I'm going to be showing you the full patch notes, and it says update number 3 Dig It has been released. They've gone ahead and added 6 brand new eggs. If you guys remember in my previous video I kind of criticized the rock pets, and they've gone ahead now and transformed all of them into golem pets now. And the final 2 things on the patch list are added an options menu, which we'll check that out in a second, as well as bug fixes. Now there is one more thing that wasn't listed on the patch notes, mainly because it's a gift from the developers to you guys, my viewers. Now as I'm sure you guys have already seen by the title of the video, we do have a pet in the game now, which the coolest part about this is the fact that this is my very first time that I'm going to have my very own pet in any game whatsoever. Now, like I did in my previous video, at the very top of the comments I'm gonna have pinned a direct link so that you guys can check out the game if you want to yourself. I know that so many of you have been actively playing this, and I know a couple of people that are actually on the leaderboards right now, so huge shout out to you guys, especially those of you that are in the game right now. But really quickly, before we check out anything else in this update, I'm going to show you guys how you can get your hands on my brand new pet. Just go ahead on the top right hand side, click on codes, and right here you're going to want to type in Carbon Squad. Once you've done that, just hit redeem, and you now will have the Carbon Squad Golem, which actually I believe it's called the Carbon Golem. Let's check it out really quick. Now as you can see right there in the bottom, we got the Carbon Golem. Yo, this is crazy. And I'm also noticing that a lot of my pets that I already had have actually been updated. So this one seems to have changed. They now added kind of horns to it, and then obviously all of my other rock ones, they turned into golems, so that's pretty cool. But right here, man, okay, let me unequip this before I forget. Look at that, man, the Carbon Golem. So right there we got our brand new pet in the game, dude. Look at how sick that looks, dude. I can't believe that. Now of course it's not going to have any crazy stats. It only has 2 times of coins, but one of the developers, his name is Java, he actually went ahead and told me that it is possible that in the future they can go ahead and kind of update the stats, or maybe even introduce a new code. So it's definitely really cool, man. I hope that you guys enjoy the pet, and for those of you that were kind of on the fence whether you were going to check out the game or not, I definitely suggest that you guys do now. If you remember my previous video, I told you that it had about a 1,500 player base at the time that I had recorded that video, but it's now peaked up to about 2,100, 2,300. So the game is doing really good, and it's honestly growing super fast. A lot of people are having a lot of fun with it, and the devs have gone ahead and told me that they have some crazy plans. That's kind of the reason why they didn't use simulator in the name, because there will be a lot of other things to do in this game very soon. Now let's jump into the shop here. So right off the start, I can tell that they went ahead and changed the eggs. So I guess the 6 new eggs that they were listing were also including the 4 that were already within the game. If you remember, before it used to be called the starter egg or something like that. Now it's called the molten geode. I hope I said that right. I probably said that wrong. And then in this one, they did go ahead and also change the last 2. If you remember, I did mention about the faces of the pets and stuff like that, but they have gone ahead and kind of added wings to it, and a really cool design to this one. I like how that looks. For the second egg, the middle one kind of has like a halo on top. That's really cool looking. Now, if I scroll all the way to the bottom, it looks like they have gone ahead and added 2 new rebirth eggs. So we have the strange egg and the molten egg. This one is kind of all right. Honestly, my favorite one in here would probably have to be the 12%. Now for the molten egg, there is a lot of really cool ones, and I can already tell that somebody has gotten the rarest pet in the game, obviously that being the 3.23% one, and I can actually tell that it was Dosar. Where did that man go? Is this it right here? I think this is the one. So yeah, Dosar has the rarest pet in the game right now. Unfortunately, I don't have enough to purchase the best egg right now. I only have 30 of the gems, but really quickly we're gonna head to some of the rebirth areas, and I'm gonna rebirth a couple of times just so that I can at least purchase one of the new eggs and see if maybe I get lucky and pull the rarest pet. So right now I'm sitting at 127 mil. I'm pretty sure that I have more than enough. Yeah, I just need 40 mil. So let's rebirth, which now that I'm thinking of it, I probably shouldn't have redeemed the daily rewards at the start of the video. I could have used those for the first rebirth, but it's all good because honestly, because of the fact that we are already 4 rebirths in, it's going to be pretty quick for the most part to get all of this stuff back. Which, speaking of the rebirths, I have been kind of playing this on my free time. Unfortunately, I kind of had my back pain all over again, so I haven't had a lot of time to really play any game. games, but for the most part, all of the free time that I've had, I spent it on here. And honestly, dude, I've been having a lot of fun, really curious and super excited to see what other things they have planned for this game. Oh, I actually just noticed something. I was gonna head on over to the first rebirth area, and they kind of changed everything now. So these 3 zones that were located in the bottom, it was 1 rebirth, 3 rebirths, and I think like 12 for Mars. But they've gone ahead now and changed all of these to tiers, and then made the final 2 only for rebirth. That's definitely something that you guys want to keep in mind, especially those of you that have been playing the game for quite some time now. All right, so a few minutes have gone by now, and I now have enough to go ahead and move on to the snow area. So we're gonna do that just because I feel like once you start entering the next zones, it makes it a lot easier to earn so much more money. And I mean, the fact that I have some pretty decent pets also plays a big role. If you obviously try and come do this on your very first rebirth, you're still gonna get some pretty good results, but I definitely recommend to kind of hold off on maybe instantly jumping into the next area until you've at least hatched 1 or 2 of the rebirth pets. I know in my first video I kind of said that once you get the chance to go into the snow area, just do it instantly, but a lot of things have changed since that video. Like for instance, if you remember in that video, I mentioned that I wasn't entirely sure what the stat on the pets were that kind of showed like a rocket. Turns out that that's your mining speed, and at the time that I had recorded that video, a lot of the starter pets did have that stat, but it seems like they've kind of been removed and added specifically only to the rare pets in each of the eggs, as well as to all of the rebirth pets. Another tip that I have for you guys, which honestly, if you guys spend maybe even 4 or 5 hours playing this game, you'll more or less catch on to this and really start learning it. But when you're digging in the first starter layers, probably till around depth maybe like 110, maybe 115, it is somewhat common to find some of these ores prior, but if you get to that 120 depth, it seems like the ores do end up starting to become a lot more common. If you notice right now, we're at 111 depth, and if you see here on the sides, there is ores everywhere. I could pretty much break down any wall and there's going to be at least 1 ore behind it. So I definitely recommend that you make your way all the way down here and kind of go ahead and level out that area and just really keep making your way down from this point, to be honest. Again, these are just the ways that I've found that work best for me. You could really do it however you find entertaining. And this concept goes for every single area. If you notice, I'm in a completely new zone now, and my main focus right now is to make it all the way down to 120 depth, so that way I am able to make the most amount of money. I mean, dude, look at that. Look at how many ores there are everywhere. It's just constantly right behind every single wall there's an ore. And this is what I kind of meant by level out the floor. If you notice, I've gone ahead and removed every single ore from this entire layer, which honestly there isn't really a lot. From corner to corner, it's maybe like 12 by 15. I honestly could be off by a little bit. Maybe it's even 12 by 12. So it's not hard at all to completely level out a floor. And we just went there from 12 mil all the way to 26 mil. And dude, I can't get over how cool that pet looks. But anyways, we're gonna keep doing this until we have enough to go ahead and rebirth, so I can at the very least purchase one of the new rarest pets. Because dude, honestly, if I could pull the rarest pet in the game right now like Dosar did, rarest pet plus a custom carbon pet, I mean, come on, that's a lit video, dude. All right, so we definitely have more than enough to go ahead and rebirth now. I don't actually think that that's gonna give us enough to go ahead and purchase the final egg. So if that is the case, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead really quickly, run through this as fast as possible, get the amount of money that I need, which from the looks of it, unfortunately, we are 30 off right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and grind really quickly, get enough to go ahead and get into rebirth number 6, and then we'll purchase that molten egg to hopefully get lucky like Mr. Dosar over here and get this extremely rare pet. I wonder what the stats on it are. Anyways, I'll be right back as soon as I go ahead and get enough of these gems. All right, so about a good 20, maybe 25 minutes later, I've now gone ahead and gathered the 60 mil that I need in order to go ahead and move on. Which, now that I'm looking at this, yo, Dosar somehow figured out the code without me even making the video live. Look at this hacker. This man somehow figured out the code without me even telling him. But anyways, let's go ahead now and rebirth. That should most definitely give us enough, which is I think 160. And yep, sure enough, we have 180 now. Purchase the best egg in the game right now, which is the molten egg. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get the 3.23%. I don't know. I'm very doubtful that we're going to get it. But honestly, anything 25% and higher, I'll be happy with. So now for the next tedious task, which is obviously equipping the egg and having to mine some more so that way we can hatch it. Now, obviously, I'm not going to put you guys through that torture, so we will be right back shortly again. Yo, I'm not going to lie. It takes quite some time to actually hatch this egg. I've probably been at it now for another 10, maybe 12 minutes so far. We're only at 9%. I'm definitely going to hatch this, but I just wanted to check in and say that this is taking some time. All right, here it goes. It's hatching and we are going to get, no, dude, I'm pretty sure that that's like the worst one from the egg. No, dude. All right, I'm gonna hit sell. We're gonna head back to the starter area and I'm gonna confirm this really quick, but I'm more than 100% sure that that is the worst one in the egg. Yeah, 100% it's the worst one. Dude, come on. Why is my luck terrible? Now, it's a massive upgrade from what I previously had, which would be the crystal cube buddy, but the only downside to it is that my crystal cube buddy actually has the speed boost, which is a 1.20 times, and the lava slime in doesn't have a speed boost, but it has double the amount of coin boost. I mean, realistically, it doesn't matter because I'm not going to use either one of them. I'm definitely going to be using my carbon golem just because it's me. Regardless of the stats on this, I will definitely be using it. Again, don't forget, if you guys want to get your hands on this pet, just go ahead and click on code, type in carbon squad, and you will be given the carbon golem. It's a great starter pet, and as I mentioned before, it very well possibly may be updated in the future. But that's pretty much going to go ahead and do it for today's video. If you guys went ahead and enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you guys check out the game Dig It. I'm going to have the link at the very top of the comment. If you end up getting my pet, join the Discord, link is in the description, and post up a picture with my pet in the images section because I definitely want to see a lot of you using it. And a huge shout out to Java as well as all of the other developers for allowing me to have my own pet in the game. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. But anyways, that's gonna go ahead and do it for today's video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.